So Jen, thank you for the introduction, and I want to thank all of you for joining me today. TYLT is all about powering life's adventures, since our products are designed to enhance your mobile experience. This includes and combines premium materials and fluid form factors to make the TYLT products more friendlier and more approachable. And I think most of you agree that no one wants to hassle with tangled wires when wireless charging is so easy to use. So TYLT's selection of wireless charging covers 4 main categories. The first one is going to be the home or office. Then we have a dual charging home or office, an in-car solution, as well as wireless charging on the go. And all of our home, office, and car solutions provide fast charging for both Apple and Samsung. Living life untethered is about taking your devices with you and being able to power up anywhere. Our multiple portable power solutions allow you to leave the cables at home. And now I'm going to come to covering the current wireless charging solutions available at VoiceComm. So the first one is the puck. And again, this, everything with TYLT is going to be kind of providing a premium fit and finish to it. So this has a nice slim profile with a cork bottom. And again, all of our wireless chargers will offer fast charging for both Apple and Samsung, so up to 10 watts for Samsung and up to 7.5 on Apple. And everything is going to come as a full set. So you are going to get the quick charge wall charger and cable. And it does have the anti-slip surface. That way, if you put your phone on there, it will not fall off. And if you'll notice, as we go through this, most of the products from TYLT not only are going to give you a premium fit and finish, but they're also going to be at a price point of generally under $50. So the puck does have an MSRP of $49.99. And currently, we have the puck in AT&T corporate as well as Target. And I'm going to be playing a video for you right now. Okay, so the puck was the first version of our home or office solution. The second model is going to be our Twisty. Now, unlike the puck where it was just a nice flat kind of pad, the Twisty gives you the ability to actually twist the top of the product, and the name Twisty. You can rotate the top to have a flat pad or an angled pad. That way, if you want to see any kind of incoming text calls, or if you just want to charge your phone and stream YouTube at work, you can do that as well. And again, this will have fast charging for both Samsung and Apple, up to 10 watts. And it does have the anti-slip top surface. So if you do have it in the angled position, it will not slide off. Now, just like the puck that had the nice cork bottom, we tried to go ahead and enhance the product by giving it a nice kind of more organic look and feel. So it does have a wood-like finish on the bottom. Now, a lot of the questions we get is it actual wood? Unfortunately, it is not. It is a wood-like finish, and mainly that's just due to costing. We were trying to keep this product below $50. So again, this is a $49.99 price point. Now, I also get a lot of questions as well, why do you have 2 products at the same price point that charge, kind of at the same rate? And in reality, they are for 2 different customers. We actually have the Twisty and puck both in AT&T corporate and in Target, and sales on them are both doing better than the expectations of both carriers in stores. Mainly, they are for a different customer type, and we have not seen any sales being affected by having both in there. Again, this will come with the quick charge wall charger and data cable, so everything is included as a set. And it's important to know, in case you didn't already know, if you are going to be doing fast charging on your wireless charger, you do need to have that quick charge wall charger. Just using a 2 amp charger or gosh, if you even had a 1 amp charger, that's not going to provide the fast charging ability for your phone. It'll still work for just a standard 5 watts, but for the fast charging, you definitely need that quick charge wall charger in there. And let's go ahead and play the video for you. And I also wanted to add, I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, but the Twisty is also in US Cellular Corporate. All right, so we've pretty much covered the first category, which is the home or office solutions. Now kind of going to category number 2, which is the dual pad or dual charging category. So this is the MAT dual fast wireless charging pad. And this is actually the thinnest dual pad on the market right now. And again, keeping up the whole premium fit and finish, we do have the nice fabric coating on top, and it's not just a spray on or an actual paint on. It is an actual fabric on there. So it gives you a really nice kind of more artistic look. And then it's great to have in the home or in the office. It really kind of blends in and, you know, stick out like something kind of ugly. I was even allowed to keep this piece in my kitchen. The wife saw it and approved it, so that was pretty impressive. Again, this will charge fast charging for both Apple and Samsung, and it does have a 3-coil design, so it's really easy to line up. And on the mat, there's actually going to be 2 markings that actually allow you to put the phone. It tells you where to put the phone on top, so you know where to place it for the optimum charging. And on this one, unfortunately, we do not have a video. But it's very similar to you know, any other wireless charger. You know, just a nice flat pad. It does come with the actual quick charge wall charger. And as we mentioned, or as I mentioned earlier, most of the products are going to be below $50. Unfortunately, there are 2 that are going to be above, but this is one of them at a retail of $79.99. But it does do 2 devices at one time. So if you think about 2 wireless chargers for $80 or $40 a piece, it really isn't that much. So getting into the third category of wireless charging is in the car. So we have, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back, I'm sorry, real quick. On the mat, going back to the mat, we do have this in AT&T corporate, just so you know. Sorry about that. All right, getting into the vent wireless charger. So again, this is the kind of the third category of wireless charging. And our vent mount, again, provides fast charging for both Apple and Samsung. Any other devices that will work up to 5 watts. Does come with the quick charge adapter in the car, and it has a price point of, again, $49.99, just below $50. And it does have the adjustable arms to work with any of the large phones. And it will work with most car vents. There are a few cars out there that, you know, we've been told that it's a little bit harder to work with, but for the most part, it works with pretty much everything else out there. We'll go ahead and get into the video. And right now, actually, before I get into the video, the vent mount, we actually have this in several different accounts. We have this in T-Mobile, US Cellular, AT&T, Sprint, and Target. So 4 out of the 5 US carriers are actually carrying our vent mount. And we've gone up against our competition and have come out on top each time. So that tells you something right there. Okay, so getting into the fourth and final category of wireless charging is portable wireless charging. So we do have a few different options here. Our first unit is going to be the Pebble. And the Pebble is a 4,000 milliamp portable battery. It does have a USB port, so you can actually plug in any phone into it. But it also has wireless charging ability. So you can go ahead and charge 2 devices at one time, or you can go ahead and just use it as a portable charger and leave the cables at home. Now, what's nice about this is it has a really nice kind of a rock-like finish, hence the name Pebble. And it comes in either the white or the gray. Now, with 4,000 milliamp, if you are going to be charging 2 devices, you can kind of keep that in mind that it's not going to give you 2 full charges, but if you keep it for just 1 device, you will generally get about a full charge on that one. And again, this does have a price point below $50. Now, on the portable chargers, it's only going to do the 5 watts of wireless charging, but if you needed a faster charge out of it, again, you can plug in using a cable. So this is the first option in wireless charging for portable power. And here's the video. Okay, so getting into the second set of portable wireless chargers, we have our Exact series. Now, these are pretty cool because at the very top right of them, they have a digital LCD screen that actually gives you the precise battery capacity that is available. So if you press the button, it'll tell you, if it's 81%, you get to see on the screen, 100%, 12%, it tells you exactly how much you have. Where on the previous version on the Pebble, you just get the standard 4 LEDs for 100, 75, 50, and 0% left. So this is really nice because it allows you to see exactly how much is left, hence the name Exact. Now it comes in 2 different versions. We have the Exact 5K, which is a 5,000 milliamp battery, which comes in the silver. And then we have the 10K, which is a 10,000 milliamp battery. So it really depends on, they're about the same height overall, just the 10K is going to be almost twice as thick. So it really depends on what kind of battery capacity or how many charges that you think you're going to need. Now, what's also really great about these, they both come with 2 USB ports on there, so you can charge with a cable, or you can charge multiple devices at one time. Now, the most important thing I think about this product is that the fact that you can press the button. So on the upper right on the image for the 5K in the silver there, it says the little hand image that says press. So you can actually press the button while it's in the packaging. It'll turn on, and then you can take your phone or the customer's phone and place it up against it while it's hanging on the peg, and it'll start wireless charging, giving them the full experience, how it works. So that's a really good selling point on this piece. And let's go ahead and get into the video. And before we move on, I did want to let you know that the exact 5K is an AT&T corporate as well as US Cellular. All right, so we've kind of covered the current wireless charging solutions from TYLT, and now we're getting into the portable power solutions as well as audio. So the first one is the Slim Boost. Now, this is truly like a last-minute lifesaver kind of a product, which comes in handy a lot more than I expected. So it is seriously, it's a credit card size battery that you can keep in your wallet. I keep my wallet when I was over at VoiceComm a few weeks back when I was doing the presentation. I pulled it right out of my wallet, plugged it in, and it really is that compact. What's great about it is it does come built in with the lightning cable. So you don't need to bring in any extra cables. You don't have to worry about anything. You just pull it out, plug in your phone, and you're good to go. Now, this only comes in the lightning, so this will be only for Apple consumers, but it is going to be that true emergency type of product. So it's got a 1,300 milliamp battery, which is not enough to give you a full charge, but it is enough to get you back to the car, back home, back to the office, or wherever you're going. And what's really nice about this kind of product is if you're going out somewhere, everyone's kind of has that whole battery anxiety where the phone reaches 20%, 40%, whatever it is, people start getting concerned that their phone's going to die on them. But when you have this product in your wallet or purse, you have at least 35 to 50%, depends on what kind of phone you have. But that again, it gives you the extra charge you need to go out and be comfortable and then get home. So if you have a 20%, you're over 50%, and so on. And it does come in the black and silver. Right now, only the black and silver are, actually, sorry, I apologize. Only the black is available through VoiceComm, but we do also have the silver and gold available. And here's the video. Now, I do just want to clarify on the video, it showed Android charging. That was a micro USB version. We do not have a USB-C at this time. Again, it would just be for Lightning or for the Apple products. All right, the next product is the Flip Stick. So if you kind of, from the image here, you can kind of see that everything's kind of built in with TYLT. So if it's going to have a portable battery, it's going to have a built-in cable as well. If it's for wireless charging, it's built in. It's also going to have a USB port, giving you that additional option. So the Flip Stick is really convenient because it's a 3,350 milliamp battery that has the built-in Lightning cable or USB-C on one end, and then a USB-A on the other. So as soon as you use all the power out of this product, you already have a cable just to plug into any USB port, and it'll start charging. You don't have to go and find a cable, find a micro cable or whatever. It's all built in. Same thing where if you grab this with you on the go, you don't have to worry about bringing your Lightning or USB-C cable. It's all included. And this one does have an MSRP of $39.99. So not only are you getting a cable included in that, but you're also getting a portable battery. And the one main thing that I'll mention on all of the TYLT portable batteries is they will hold a charge up to 1 year, which means that if you keep it charged and you pull it out a month down the road, it's not going to be dead. You're going to be able to actually use it. Now, will it be 100%? No, unfortunately, all batteries lose charge over time, but it will have some charge in there up to a year. And it comes in, we have two different colors right now. We have the blue and silver, and then kind of the gray and copper finish. And this is the flip stick. All right, getting into the audio product. This is the mini boom. And this is a type of product where it's not super impressive until you actually hear it. And I promise any of you that are on the call that have already heard it are agreeing with me. For those of you that haven't heard it, once you hear it, I think you'll definitely be impressed. But it's got a great impulse buy price of $24.99, and it's a small little speaker that you can put in your pocket, backpack, purse, take it with you. It does have playback time up to 4 hours, and it does have a built-in microphone. This has been one of our best-selling pieces, mainly because of the punch it packs for its size, and as well as the price point of $24.99. Currently, we have the mini boom in AT&T, Sprint, and Cricket. And again, this is a piece that once you demo it in the stores, it's an automatic sell. All right. And just kind of going over some of our packaging. So we have partnered up with One Tree Planted. So everything we're trying to do is trying to help the environment the best we can as far as recycled products, and as well as trying to give back and helping with that. So it is going to be on all the packaging. Some customers really like that. So if you feel it's something good to call out, go ahead. But if not, it is on there for them to see anyways. And that is it. I want to say thank you very much for joining us today. As a reminder, there is the Samsung launch later today. All the products that I showed you, with the exception of the Slim Boost, will work with anything that Samsung's going to be launching. Other than that, thank you very much.
Thanks, Louis. Awesome prezzo. Appreciate all you shared. The videos, I'm so glad that they worked. You guys don't even know what we went through to get them to work the other day. So in the meantime, we had a bunch of great questions come through. A lot, actually. You guys are awesome. All right, so first question. Mario wants to know, is anything in the pipeline for wearables?
So right now, I was just kind of showing everything that's currently available. We do have some products that they're going to be working with the Apple Watch, and I hope to have that information soon. But we're going to have 2 different Apple Watch chargers. And so as far as the wearables, that would be it for right now.
Cool, thank you. Be Mobile in the house. Doug wants to know, will the Pebble work with pass-through charging?
So the current versions of both the Pebble and the Exact will not work with pass-through. We do have some versions that will be launching later this year that will have pass-through charging, so you can use it as a desktop charger and a portable wireless. But if you go ahead and just unplug it while it's plugged in, you unplug it and then put your phone on top of it, it'll start charging. But unfortunately, at this time, it does not have pass-through.
Okay, thank you. Mark wants to know, can the twisty become loose from too much twisting? And can the wood be engraved?
I'm going to answer the second part of that question first. It cannot be engraved. It is a wood-like plastic on the bottom. So, I mean, you could scratch into it, but technically it's not wood where you can actually do any kind of engraving. And then as far as the first one, the twisting part. So we've done several different tests here. The twist is a piece that we have in AT&T, US Cellular, and Target, and all 3 of them are pretty strict as far as a product that's going to come in and work. They do testing themselves to make sure there's not going to be any issues. I have not seen or heard of any twisties becoming loose, really. And but yeah, so as far as I know, that it hasn't been any issues. I will try to find out exactly how many tests we've done and the starting turns and get back to you.
Cool. Another kind of technical quality control question here. Slim Boost looks really cool, but because of how slim it is, how does it fare against bending?
So I've had my Slim Boost in my wallet for over a year, and it has not bent. It's actually pretty rigid, mainly due to its size. If it was like double the length, I could see where you would kind of bend in. I know a few phones have had an issue with that, but due to its shape, it is actually pretty rigid. I have not had a problem with mine, and mine lives in my wallet, and I have not seen any other ones come back broken like that.
Some real life experience. They should give you a raise for doing QC testing.
Absolutely.
I'll talk to Adrian. Doug also wants to know, what are the warranties on the wireless chargers and how is that handled for the consumer?
Excellent question. Yeah, so as far as warranty, every TYLT product comes with a 1-year warranty that the consumer can go directly to TYLT with. They can also have the option, so when you open up any TYLT product, there is a warranty card that you can register the product and get an additional year, so a total of 2 years included. And so again, if you want your customers to go directly to us, no problem handling that. If there's a situation where you feel that you need to go ahead and take care of it in store, let us know and we'll go ahead and help you out and get it taken care of.
Cool, thanks, Louis. Dom wants to know, looks like he's asking about the Exact. Does having the LCD display use much of the battery? Is it draining itself more because of that, or is it negligible?
I mean, anytime you have something powered up, it's going to pull some power, but it is. I'll try to see if I can get some exact numbers, but I have not seen any major difference between the 5000 Exact and my previous 5000 milliamp battery, because I did do a test where I just plugged in to see if I could get the same percentage, and I couldn't tell a difference. Now, when wireless charging does take a little bit more of the battery to transfer over, just the way the technology works. But yeah, so as far as from what I've been able to tell, that LCD is pulled the same amount of power that if you had just an LED light on, like a standard battery.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Jason wants to know, with wireless charging, is there any danger to the battery's lifespan by continually charging? For example, if someone keeps their phone on their twisty on their desk throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to not leave things plugged in all the time or charged up. With our products, they will. Well, there's two things. One, our products will go ahead and shut down, and the phones themselves, a lot of the phones will actually stop pulling power, or it'll just kind of maintain where it's at versus constantly loading extra power. And one way you can tell this is if you keep it on the charger, and when you pick it up and it's not hot or not warm at all, then okay, it's it's been on 100 for a long time, then you're fine. It's when it's been sitting on a product for a while at 100% charge and you pick up and it's really warm, that's when you know that you're getting kind of overcharged and possible damage to the battery.
So I guess long story short, it depends on the phone, but your products specifically do not.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Monica wants to know, is the vent clip removable on the vent charger?
It is built in. So yes, it is all kind of one piece. So I don't know if there's a second part to that question with that answer.
I'll give her a second to type in.
To find out.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
The one problem of muting everybody. Okay, in the meantime, Larry wants to know, is there a demo station for the mini boom?
So we do not have a demo station. We kind of came up with some different ideas. We had worked on a couple. The best thing that we found out to do was to actually create, and VoiceComm has them already in the warehouse there, is mini boom display box that will hold 6 of them, and then we can work with each account and get you guys a demo unit. And I know it's small, but that's part of the kind of the whole impressive factor is that a rep can pull it out of the pocket or, grab out of the drawer real quick, and the customer can really see how small it is, hold it, and then sync it up and play. And we've seen to be a much higher success rate than having just a big display stand.
So my suggestion would be to get in touch with your VoiceComm sales rep on any opportunities like that, and they can, work back directly with Lewis and try to figure something out. But I agree. I mean, hearing really is believing on those things. I was like, this looks like something you pick up at the Dollar Tree, and then I turned it on, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so loud. It's just so small, you wouldn't believe it. Okay, so I have a couple part question. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Monica wrote in and said, no, I was concerned about it coming off and the phone falling. So I guess the single piece design is good in that case.
Perfect.
Cool. All right, so multi-part question here. They want to know, with the Pebble, are there any plans to make a 16,000 milliamp hour or larger? They also asked if you have any power banks 15,000 milliamps or larger. I guess, yeah. So what do you guys offer or are planning to offer for those huge battery capacities? I do see them on the market, but
Sure. Yeah, I mean, as far as wireless charging portable power pieces, from what we've learned talking with all of the major carriers and retailers, is they kind of want to stick between 5 and 10,000 right now. Maybe do a couple of things. One, there's price point. Two, there's size and weight. And the idea of wireless charging is the whole convenience of not having to carry any cables and such, that you kind of want to keep the size and weight down so it is more portable. So for right now, we're kind of sticking with that. We do have a piece called the Pivot that'll be launching later this year that does have the ability to turn into a stand and have the whole pass-through charging. I believe Doug had asked about that earlier. So we do have that one coming out later on. And we will have some additional units later this fall. And for right now, we don't have any plans on making anything quite that large. We do have some products that we didn't go over today, which are just portable batteries, upwards from anywhere from 9,000 to 20,000 milliamp, but those do not have the wireless charging. Hopefully I answered all those questions.
Yeah, I think so. They followed up and said because in my area they use big capacity. So yeah, maybe in that case, not a wireless charging portable battery would be a better solution. Yeah,
I mean, if you're somewhere where someone has multiple devices or they're carrying a battery for their family and they need multiple chargers, definitely you may want to consider something a little bit larger or get a couple different pieces. But the idea, again, with the whole wireless charging piece is that you can just pull it out of your pocket, backpack, purse, whatever. It's simple. You put it down on your desk. I mean, most of us sit down now at restaurants, lunch and dinner, whatever it is, and we pull the phones out of the pocket anyway. So to be able to pull it out and put it on top of your wireless charger real quick is more of that convenience factor.
Absolutely. They also want to know what the ability the ability to withstand shocks and fluids. I'm not sure which product they're specifically referencing, but maybe if you could just speak a little bit about the testing that you guys do.
Sure. So none of these are going to be, as far as fluids, I'm guessing they're asking if it's any kind of waterproof testing to it. None of them will actually be waterproof. I mean, if it gets splashed on, I'm sure if you wipe it up, there'd be no issues there. But yeah, definitely not waterproof. And as far as drop protection, we don't do any necessarily set standard. I've had several of my pieces bounce off the table and hit the floor, and they've held up. But what I could try to do is see if there's any kind of standardization that we use on the batteries. I know there is something for the internal battery itself to make sure that it is secure. So I'll have to get back to you on a confirmed answer for that.
Okay, cool. And the very last question I see here, many clients in my area do not like micro USB. What are the plans to move to Type-C on some of these products?
Okay, that is a good question. We will be starting to transition several products to USB-C this year. The Twisty wireless charger, actually everything that we showed you today is still using the micro USB. But we are going to be coming out with a new version of the Twisty called the Twisty 360, and that will start to be a USB-C. We'll eventually be doing a USB-C mount, and the portable power is all switching to USB-C. The main reason why we're not, as an industry, hasn't fully switched over yet is costing. It's still less expensive to use a micro USB port versus USB-C, and you don't necessarily gain anything as far as charging or speed by having USB-C over micro USB. So we will start transitioning as kind of the whole market moves that way. And I know it gets kind of, frustrating, when you have to carry all these different cables, but it's going to take probably a couple of years for a lot of products to start fully transitioning to where it's either going to be all USB-C or versus going micro USB.
Cool, thank you. And if you guys subscribe to our emails on our blog and things like that, we're constantly letting you guys know when there's new products arriving here in stock, or just if there's something cool on the horizon, we'll let you know about it. So that looks like it's it for the questions. Thank you guys. Tons of awesome questions. We even went over a little bit, which I'm never mad about because that means you guys are as into this as we all are. So I wanted to thank everybody again who joined and participated. Remember that all these products can be found either on www.myvoicecomm.com, or you can get in contact with your sales rep. If you do not have a sales rep yet, or you do not know who they are, please reach out to me at webinars@myvoicecomm.com, and I'll get you hooked up. So I hope everybody enjoyed. Good luck to everybody with the giveaway drawing today. Thank you for choosing VoiceComm, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen.